I'm Mike Pond, owner of Toon Racing, and you're watching Motorcycle Startup. We're a team based out of California that specializes in giving young talents the opportunity to showcase on a national level and ultimately become champions.
I know some behind the scenes with Toon Racing because I've ridden their bikes. They're an amazing team. They're super well put together. Mike Pond, the owner, puts his entire heart into everything that he does. He wants to bring new riders into the sport. He wants to personally handcraft the best racers in the country.
I came from a maintenance industry, or I had a maintenance management company, and I wanted to race more than anything. I've been doing it on the amateur level and for fun. Financial situations with other business gave me the opportunity to make a life decision, and I decided to chase a dream. So in 2009, I started a dyno business and started my amateur team. 2012, we started a pro team, went national, and 13, we've been on the tour since.
Everything that Mike does is with his whole heart. That's why he's in racing, is because he loves it. He's super passionate about the sport, and he is creating champions.
I met Bryce Prince at a young age on motorcycles. I've known him since he was 9, so I worked with Bryce from probably about the 15 range up, and really started working heavily with him at about 16 or so, 16, 17. And we took him through the championship last year.
Well, we've got our first champion of 2016, and the t-shirt says it all. Number 1 for Bryce Prince. A great victory again here to win the championship.
Yeah, you know, it's been a really tough year for us when we started off the season. Just been physically and mentally preparing myself as much as I could. I knew I was going to be up against some tough competition in 600 Superstock, and just from the get-go, we put our head down at Atlanta and tried to be consistent. You know, finished on the podium every race this year except one. Of course, we want to win as many races as possible, but we had to be smart. There are some places where I just couldn't get it done, and we had to settle for second or third. We've been racing the AMA for quite a few years now, and to not only have our most consistent year and to bring home the championship in 600 Superstock just feels great for us. It really gives me a lot more confidence as a rider that I have more in me to keep going and pursue a higher class like Supersport or Superstock 1000.
Every rider has a progression of development. You have natural talents, then you have to develop the rest. Some of it's dealing with media, some of it's dealing with their own mental games when it comes to racing, and a lot of it's just knowing that you're the best. You can't go out there and be the best if you can't make yourself believe it yourself. Overall, confidence is what makes any rider win. A confident rider with the talent behind him can win on a lesser machine. And I've seen it happen time and time again.
Who is your current rider, and what are you doing with him?
We're working with Braden Ort right now, an extremely talented young man.
Started on mini bikes like an NSR 50 in Calgary where I grew up. And I started racing those for 2 years. I moved to a RS 125, and then I went down to Texas because the grids weren't very big in Calgary. It helped me growing up, developing as a racer, but then I went to Texas and got on a Ninja 250 with my current crew chief. He was an instructor for a track day, and he invited me back down after that track day. One thing led to another, and here we are.
Do you like racing here in the U.S.? Do you like the Moto America paddock? How is it for you?
I really love Moto America and everything that they're doing here, and it's nice when your mechanic, his first language is English. It's a little bit easier to get what I'm trying to say across to him, and everyone's really nice and they bond really well. So everything about my American experience has been really positive.
What's your take on Toon Racing? What do you think of these guys?
It's a really professional and great bunch of guys. Like if you look at what they did with Bryce Prince last year and the year before that. He got off to a good start and then worked his way up. Last year, he just pretty much took a clean sweep. So it proves that it's a very capable and professional team. I couldn't be happier to be on this team because I know their track record and what they can do with the riders. So I'm really looking forward to what they can do with me.
We've had a steady progression coming from Europe on a Honda, transitioning onto a Yamaha is instant improvement. And so that made it easy. And then putting him on there and having the right people behind him, he's had a nice progression throughout the season. You know, we have a lot of development still to do, mental development, track development, all that. We're trying to align him with some of the talents and that we know locally to get some one-on-one training, you know, and ultimately put him on top of the box. It's a lot of work, but we love it. So, and I've got really good guys that help back me make this happen. It's not a one-person team, or there's never I in it. I couldn't do any of this without every person that's here. I mean, it takes all of us. So I'm proud of them all.
You guys seem to operate like a family.
Oh yeah. I mean, last night we cooked carne asada and invited everybody that came by in for food, just because, you know, the more that you bond with people around, the better time you have, the more enjoyable it is to be here, and the more glorious the victories are when you get them.